Hello everyone, welcome back to Cycle Frontier in Depth. Today we'll be talking about the PKR Maelstrom. A quick mention is that most of the gameplay you're going to be seeing is from my buddy Makuta. He sent me the gameplay for this video because I didn't get any because I've been playing Cult of the Lamb. The PKR Maelstrom is a shotgun obtained from Korolev at faction level 5. The weapon will run you 22,000 K marks, it has a penetration value of 23, a direct damage value of 7 per pellet, a reload time of 2.2 seconds, and a mag size of 8. As I said in a previous in-depth, this weapon has a projectile speed of 30,000 or 300 meters per second. That's very fast for a shotgun. This weapon also has a movement speed multiplier of 1, meaning you'll move at 100% of your movement speed while this weapon is equipped. And since this weapon is a shotgun, it fires pellets, and it fires 6 pellets per shot. For those of you doing the math at home, that means if you hit all 6 of your pellets, you will do a total of 42 damage. This weapon has a headshot multiplier of 1.2, meaning you'll do 20% extra damage on top when one of your pellets hits the head. For those of you wondering, that means one of your pellets can do 8.4 damage if it hits the head. Meaning if you somehow get all of your pellets to hit the head, you can do a total of 50.4 damage. And remember, since this weapon is a blue weapon, we're comparing this to blue armor since it's the same penetration value and armor value. So you're just doing base damage. For those of you wondering how armor works, or those who missed my recent upload, I will link it in the top right, and it's the armor video that I did. Moving into ranges, we have a fall-off start of 10 meters and a fall-off end of 30 meters, where at 30 meters and beyond, your pellets will be doing half of their damage, which is not good. You do not want to be any farther than 10 meters. You want to keep close range of this weapon. And because of the inherent spread on shotguns, you can't use these weapons at far away because, one, of the damage fall-off that happens when you get further out, but because the further away you get, the wider the spread and the less likely your pellets are going to land on your target. Which is why I still recommend that if you're planning on shooting somebody from far away, I recommend aiming on sight, because it tightens the spread a little bit. Something I should also mention is that the footage you're seeing is Makuta using slugs. So as I stated, Makuta is using slugs in this video. I will be showing slugs shots to kill on screen, but I will be talking about buckshot in the commentary, just so you know. But before we get into shots to kill, I need to go over the detailed stats. So for RPM, we have 150 rounds per minute. We have a DPS of 105. A time to empty the mag of 2.8 seconds, a time to kill of 0.8 seconds on the body, and 0.4 seconds on the head, and this is of course the baseline of rare armor. Okay, so moving into shots to kill, we have no armor, we have 2 shots to kill for both body and head. For common armor, those values do not change, both 2 shots to kill. For both uncommon or green and rare or blue armor, it will take you 3 shots to kill to the body and 2 shots to kill the head for both armor types. And for epic and exotic armor, it will take you 3 shots to kill to both the head and the body, so you might as well aim for the body. So as you can tell, shotguns for the most part have consistency on paper. Where the inconsistency falls is not landing your pellets. You only have 6 of them. The reason I mention this is because if you're fighting blue armor and you miss 4 pellets on that 3rd shot that you need to kill, you're not killing them. You're doing 98 damage. You're just under what you need to kill them. So you have to land your pellets. It matters. Moving into my opinions, I think this weapon is better suited for slugs, and the reason why is because even though this weapon says it's semi-automatic in the description, it's automatic. If you hold on the trigger, it fires automatic. So, you can hold on the trigger and fire this thing full automatic slugs. But here's the thing, when you put this thing into slugs, you take that 42 damage and you lower it down to 35 because you're only having 1 round to fire instead of pellets. In exchange for that, your minimum damage fall-off now begins at 70 meters and starts falling off after 70 meters. And as you notice in the shots to kill section, on most of the armors in the game, it's going to take you an average of 1 more shot to kill on the body with slugs. And for the head, it takes you 1 more shot to kill on the green and blue armors. I think the reason for this is because you're trading the inconsistency of your pellets for the consistency of 1 single round you can aim and fire. I don't like this weapon. It's one of the reasons why I didn't touch it. I do like shotguns, but this is one of them that just felt too inconsistent and weird for me to use. And I didn't have enough slug attachments to keep trying to use them and test them, but Makuta did, and he sent me the footage. He enjoys this weapon as far as I've been able to tell with slugs on it. He uses it 2 times, and he does pretty well with it as far as I'm able to tell. The shotguns I tend to enjoy the more like cyclic action shotguns. Like I enjoy the pump shotgun, break action shotguns like the Bulldog in this game and double barrels in other games, and lever actions, but I'm getting on a tangent. Let's go into the build. So for the build, I do not recommend that you go with anything but slugs for the converter, because the converter for pen doesn't change your shots to kill at all. It does give you more damage, but it doesn't change your shots to kill for any armor at all, not even headshots. Since you're going to be using slugs, I recommend the 2 times the optic or up to a 4 times. I wouldn't go farther than that. If you're going to be close range and keep this thing buckshot, I would recommend using a holographic or just the iron sights. The iron sights in this weapon are fine. For the magazine, I would recommend either extended or quick draw, it's up to your preference. And for the muzzle, the foregrip, the rear grip, I would recommend putting on whatever your favorite is. I would recommend reducing your recoil if you can when you're having this weapon at slugs, because being more accurate is going to help. But if you have this weapon as buckshot, you don't really care about recoil, so like I said, pick your favorite. Oh, and I recommend a flashlight. With this weapon by your side, you can send a maelstrom of lead at your opponents. Have a good day, Prospector. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're enjoying the Cycle in-depth series and want to see more, consider subscribing and hitting that like button. We're getting closer to 500 subs, and if you want more Cycle content, check out the in-depth playlist here on the right.